Imagine this. You've spent 2 years planning the perfect wedding. The dress is hanging in the closet, the $80,000 venue is ready, and your family has flown in from across the country. And then, 2 days before you say "I do," your world shatters. I didn't just find a suspicious text, I found a whole different life he was leading. But instead of crying and canceling everything quietly, I decided to give him a wedding gift he would never forget. I let the ceremony happen just so I could reveal the truth in front of everyone he knows. Am I the villain, or did he get exactly what he deserved? My name is Sarah, and I was with Mark for 5 years. To everyone else, we were the golden couple. Mark was a successful architect, charming, and always knew how to make me laugh. We were supposed to be the end game. For the last 6 months, Mark had been working late a lot. He said it was to pay for our dream honeymoon in Bali. I believed him. I was so busy with flowers, seating charts, and my own job that I never questioned why he started sleeping with his phone under his pillow. I felt guilty for even thinking something was wrong. After all, he was the man I was about to spend forever with. Or so I thought. It was Thursday night. Our wedding was scheduled for Saturday. Mark was at the office again. His sister, Jenny, came over to help me with the final guest list. Suddenly, her phone started blowing up. She looked at her screen, turned pale, and tried to hide it. I felt a pit in my stomach. "Jenny, what is it?" I asked. She didn't want to tell me, but eventually she handed me her phone. It was an anonymous Instagram DM sent to her. It was a folder of screenshots. Screenshots of Mark.
And a woman I thought was his assistant. The texts weren't just professional. They were graphic. They dated back over a year. He told her he was only marrying me because of family pressure and that he planned to keep seeing her after the wedding. My heart didn't just break. It turned into ice. My first instinct was to scream, throw his clothes out, and cancel the caterers. But then I looked at the $80,000 bill my parents had already paid. I looked at the smug texts where he called me clueless. I decided I wasn't going to be the victim. I told Jenny, "Don't say a word to him." I spent all night printing those screenshots. I didn't sleep. I didn't eat. I just waited. The next day at the rehearsal dinner, I acted perfectly normal. I kissed him. I toasted to our future. Mark had no idea that the woman he was smiling at had already planned his public execution. Saturday arrived. I walked down the aisle. The music was beautiful. Mark was standing there, looking like a dream in his tuxedo. When the priest got to the part where he asks if anyone has any objections or if we are ready to say our vows, I stepped forward. I didn't reach for my vows. I reached for the folder hidden in my bouquet. "There will be no wedding today," I said into the microphone. The room went silent. Mark looked confused. "Instead of vows," I continued, "I'd like to read some of the messages Mark has been sending to his assistant, Sarah. Yes, we have the same name. While I was at work." I read them, all of them, every lie, every insult, and every plan they made for their secret life after we got married. The silence in that room was deafening. Mark's face went from confusion to pure terror. Mark tried to grab the microphone, but my father stepped in. The wedding ended right there. I walked back up the aisle, not as a bride, but as a free woman. Mark has been calling me a psycho for months. His parents think I should have handled it privately. My parents, they're just glad I didn't sign that marriage license. Now, Mark is living in a studio apartment. His reputation is ruined, and I'm taking that Bali honeymoon trip alone. So, I'm asking you, was I wrong for doing it so publicly, or was this the only way to make a cheater truly feel the consequences? Let me know in the comments.